Hello everyone, Teacher here, and welcome back to another video. Thorin's kit reveal is out, and this is gonna be a very interesting one, so if you're ready, let's take a closer look. So, we finally have it, legendary character kit reveal, Thorin Oakenshield. Hail the king under the mountain. He's an attacker. I kinda suspected that. Thorin's company, wow, and dwarf. Kinda suspected that. And this is also very obvious that they say Bumber and Bilbo Baggins are the best ones to run him with. I kind of suspected that because you want to make people buy into them. So, yeah. Proud, stubborn, and strong, that is Thorin Oakenshield in a nutshell, is about to embark for a legendary journey to the mountains, inspiring and leading his company along the way. Then they hung up 2 yellow hoods and a pale green one, and also a sky blue one with a long silver tassel. This last belonged to Thorin, an enormous important dwarf, in fact no other than the great Thorin Oakenshield himself, the Hobbit. Alignment light, factory, two-handed sword, leader, yeah, that was that. Basic, brave charge. Unlock enemy 2 times for 50% damage per hit, attack at max, enemy 2 times for 90% damage per hit, and inflict weaken. That's pretty nice, so you get a Bane. That's really nice, and weaken is actually really good. It's better than weak-minded, so that reduces damage. Special 1, follow my lead. Ability cost freeze at start, free, okay, very interesting, so right off the bat. Inflict mark for 1 turn and attack the enemy for 130%. At max, inflict mark for 2 turns and attack the target enemy for 280%. That's actually a pretty nice one. Inflict dazed for 2 turns. Dazed, pretty nice. I believe that is what reduces focus on the target. Otherwise it is resistance, but I believe it's focus. Special 2, King Under the Mountain. Really like the animation. Ability stamina cost 4 at battle 3. Okay, so there could be something with Lempus here for glyphs down the line. Double stacks of overwhelmed on the target enemy and attack for 190%. Ability at max, double the stacks of overwhelmed on the target enemy and attack for 130%. On kill, gain 2 stamina for this ability, inflict mark for 1 turn on the most wounded enemy and reduce their turn meter by 100%. Pretty cool. So, you could kind of maybe use this to kill off the orcs on the side on the cave troll. Passive ability on my order, sounds cool. When this character uses an ability, 50% chance to grant 1 stacks of assistance to 1 random Thorin company ally. Gain 5% max health and 10% resistance. Not bad, right off the bat. At max, that is what we're interested in. Whenever this character uses an ability, grant 1 stacks of assistance to 1 random Thorin's company ally. When an enemy with overwhelmed is attacked, gain 10% turn meter, gain 15% health, and 30% resistance. So I believe this is just for Thorin, the way they phrase it, that it is him who gets turn meter, similar to Eowyn. So, but we'll have to wait and see that. Really like the ability and the way it is, because you gain an auto assist. There are 2 ways of auto assisting in Thorin's company, so you have a lot of way to actually work around with that in chapter 1, so they should be good there. But I haven't seen anything about the unlock yet. Leader ability, stubbornness of dwarfs. I like this. This is really a nice one. Ability description at unlock. When Thorin's company squad members attack the same enemy consecutively, inflict 1 stack of overwhelmed up to 10 max stacks. If the target enemy has marked, they cannot evade or block the incoming attack. So it's a little bit different from the one the orcs inflict. Remove all stacks of overwhelmed when another target enemy is attacked. Thorin company's squad members gain 5% focus and 5% max health. At max. Still, when you attack the same target over and over, 1 stack of overwhelmed up to 10 max stacks. Remove all stacks when another enemy is attacked. When an enemy with overwhelmed dies, so this is new. Thorin's company squad members gain 10% turn meter and heal for 10% of their max health. Thorin's company squad members gain 20% focus and 20% max health. Okay, that is a lot. So you heal for 10% along with Feely, who is a healer. Then you gain turn meter, so you can take some turns faster, and also 20% focus. That's really good for landing debuffs on the cave troll. I'm worried. I am worried. New unique character boon. When attacked, receive an additional 20% damage per stack, so you can do 200% damage on a cave troll or a balrog. That should be pretty nice if you can be cleansed. Thorin's Oakenshield, descendant of the Kings of Erebor, leads with strength and courage in the face of insurmountable odds, not a leader satisfied to idly let others fight for him. With a heavy sword in hand, he leads by example by charging into battle with his fellow dwarfs. Seeing the great Thorin Oakenshield in battle is a sight to behold, and inspires and emboldens every dwarf under his command with extra vigor and focus. Inspiration. Son of Thrain II, grandson of Thror, Thorin Oakenshield witnessed the destruction of his home of Erebor. He and fellow surviving dwarves were forced into exile for the years to come. Though the challenges in the years that followed hardened his resolve to reclaim the kingdom of Erebor despite the odds, he's known as an exceptional fighter. Proud and courageous, however, he was also known as being self-important and stubborn despite better counsel. He takes the name Oakenshield from the Battle of Azanul Bizarre, where after his shield broke, he used an oak branch instead and continued to fight ferociously. So that is the battle at the Gates of Moria. A little bit different than in the movie, but yeah, really important battle for the dwarves. Strategy tips. Follow my lead is key to Thorin's early game strategy by isolating big threats on the enemy squad. Make sure Thorin has enough focus and speed from glyphs to ensure he inflicts marked consistently. That's actually really good. Really good advice they give here. You want to be sure you hit that marked. Thorin's basic on my order grants assistance to Thorin's company allies, to helping to keep the overwhelmed chain going. So you can actually get quite a lot. Stubbornness of dwarves will prevent an enemy with mark from blocking or evading. This is a very powerful effect that can tear through defensive abilities, so keep in mind when choosing a strategy. December 11th, 8 AM Pacific time is when it starts. Down to Goblin Town. Oh no, please not. The Great Goblin and his troupe are surprised by the sudden appearance of Thorin Oakenshield, one of the caves, not trusting their intentions. The Goblin King orders his goblins to capture the group and take them to Goblin Town for interrogation. Now Thorin's company must try and escape and regroup, but the shadowy figure has plans of their own to change the story's fate. Legendary in lore and soon to be heroes of Middle-earth, Thorin Oakenshield will require utilizing goblins. CG, why do you do this? And or wargs. Details on the warg coming soon. So that is probably gonna be the next Shadow big character. But wargs? That means there's several to unlock and obtain. And then we have it here. And you get gold. You don't get XP. So, goblins. I did say there was a possibility for this. I had concluded it could have been Misty Mountain. And I did also say I didn't see a reason for it to being like this, but people say dwarves were too obvious. I am gonna be skipping this guy. I cannot get him. I know there's an offer going on right now, but that I'll cover in a later video, where you can get a lot of gems free. I assume these gems will be for the Thorin chests. Honestly, I think there is a chance that some people can get him, but that it is only those who have built goblins. Those who buy these two offers in the next 24 hours, you get a 4K offer for a discounted price, and as I've heard, when you buy that, you get a 20K offer for the price of the big one, 11K. So basically, you double the value there. Now, All those gems, they will of course give us offers that you can spend chests to get some pulls there to get your goblin shards. I will say Thorin sounds really amazing. His kit sounds great. It sounds awesome. And I would love to use it. But being goblins only is really bad because Orphus and Chef Kraska are campaign nodes, chapter 4 hard. Like they're hard nodes. And that's really means you have to be up there already. I think this is a bad choice. I do understand why CG made the choice to say goblins over dwarves, because some people have already built dwarves, some people are building them, so they probably, no, not probably, they must have math that tells them goblin will be more economic beneficial for them. I, however, really struggle to see that, and I would love to know who has made that argument. I understand the reason for goblins because you want to do something that makes people invest into squads, so they also have to invest into different squads, keep the money spending. But considering the Black Friday deals weren't that great, I really don't think this was the right way to go with it. Like, you want to create positivity, and I'm very positive with this kit. It's, again, it sounds amazing, like this right here. Now, I don't know how he will actually counter an Elrond team in a in arena, unless you can somehow keep targeting Elladan. But as we see in arena, there are people who are doing multiple taunts, so you can actually just swap it around. And that means this overwhelmed kind of goes away. But it does. Whoa, sorry for that. It actually does counter evade, so nimble. So there is something there. But I am really worried about this. I'm kind of looking through overwhelmed. Okay, so basically, it's just when you attack. It doesn't need to be marked. That's what I was scrolling for. I like the kit, and with Feely and Keely and Biffer, I really think this sounds really awesome. Now, we did see in the top, it's Bumper and Bilbo, so they will also have Thorin's company. I guess they will be swapping them around, so I believe Bumper will probably be the tank. Now, knowing that Keely heals, Biffer cleanses, Keely attacks, Bumper with some tank, and probably with an AoE, like, I don't know, a rollout maybe. I'm struggling to see where Bilbo would then fit in. He would probably be a slot-in member for Chapter 2 and Chapter 4, I guess. But yeah, I am really worried for CG about the math for this, because as I've seen in the Discord, people are just gonna say, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna skip him this event. And I'm honestly gonna be there. I will probably start farming my my goblins now, Chef Kraska and Orphus. But I'm not getting there. I would have to buy into Great Goblin, who is not free to farm at the moment. Chef Kraska and Orphus, I believe, are maybe 2-star. I don't think I have. Maybe I have some goblins that I can go above 2-star with, but I don't have anyone above a 3-star, and I don't want to spend 2 weeks trying to get to a 5-star. It's just not gonna happen. I'll probably take the 2 gems offers, and then I'll just be set for gems for, I don't know, well, it is 24k gems, and that would basically be what and an average marquee is 8k to pull, so I will probably be set until February 2024. So thank you, CG, for that. Thank you for the kit reveal. It is really awesome. But not thank you for goblins. If they had included Misty Mountains in there, I think they would have had a lot more positive feedback on this. Also because walks, yeah, but we don't have walks at the moment, and new characters. Well, surprise, that's gonna be marquees. So we're not really gonna get anything there. I believe they have messed this up by not making it Misty Mountain instead and just do goblins. Misty Mountains, there would be people who have built a little bit of the Misty Mountain squad with Tordog, with Bolg, Gruho the Brood, who's now farmable, Nuras even, but then you would still have that premium character in Bolg, so I fail to see why they wouldn't do that, because that would make you then divert resources. You could make Bolgs being spendable, and then you could also then say, well, now people spend on him, maybe we could move him out of the shop, so it's more free to pay a friendly for his second pass. I'm kind of disappointed with the argument. Like, again, his kit, I love it. Goblins, I understand why they've done it, but I do disagree with it. Misty Mountains, A-okay, no problems with it. Because dwarfs, many people were saying dwarfs and we were all expecting it, but I did have a 20% feeling that it would be goblins. We all, like, many people feared it and said, no, it's not gonna happen, but turns out the fear was right. So, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video, everyone. Drop a comment down below. What do you think of this? Are you even gonna attempt for him? Or are you just gonna farm him and then say, I'm gonna get him on my second pass? And then I'll see you all in the next video.